Friday, the day that Scribble goes bald so you don't have to. Let's get galactically challenged.
So give it up.
My dead body.
Alrighty, Rue, Navarro against droids. It's a bit of a frustrating one. We're up against GG droids, and they've got a lot of damage output. The bonus modifier for this Galactic challenge is Remnant of Power. Whenever a character inflicts a debuff, they gain a stack of Imperial Rule, which stacks our offense and our potency. How nice. We have Grim Machinations for our Sith. Now, essentially, whenever we lose a Sith ally, we're going to be gaining stacking stats for the rest of our team, gain a little bit of TM, and if we kill anybody, we're going to gain a stack of Dark Ascension, which can keep stacking, obviously, and that increases the damage that we deal by 15% and reduces the damage that we... increases the damage we deal by 30% and reduces incoming damage by 15%. The enemy has got Protocol Exterminate, increasing their offense and spreading far too much target lock, and they sort of regain protection. It's frustrating. So for feats, we need to win with all Sith, we need to complete the battle after inflicting damage over times, 30 times, and we need to win without using a leader. Now, in my opinion, it's easier to break this up into two battles. One to do all the Sith and the damage over times, and one to win without using a leader. So let's start with everything else, and we'll do the win without using a leader afterwards. Let's do this. And here is our team, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got a Revan lead with Malak, Basti, and Sith Marauder, with Darth Vader as our fifth. Now, I'm using Darth Vader, obviously, to satisfy the dots feature that we need to have done. So the dots... we need to get 30 or 30 attempted dots, okay? So you don't actually have to land them. Because there are 5 enemies on the team and Vader does 3 dots per enemy, or can do up to, it means we need to do Crush twice, okay? So we're going to open not with the Fear, but with the Wild Lightning ability, or whatever it's called, Insanity. We want to get the Shock over there on the B2, because that will stop him from gaining turn meter. And then we'll get round to Vader. Vader, fantastic. Let's go ahead and drop first Crush, so we only need to get 1 more Crush in. So just do a bunch of basics. You don't want to just yet trigger the death mark over here. So don't use your culling blade or anything like that, unless we happen to get it on the Droidica now. Okay, so that is our... that's our Crush is done. Our dots attempted. Oh gosh, and then we happen to miss. That's not ideal. Okay, so here we go. What we would like to do is just trigger Grievous into that death mark, and then we should be able to deal with him incredibly quickly. Boom, Grievous is gone. Let's see, Culling Blade on the Droidica. Culling Blade also can't miss, ladies and gentlemen, so that's a very useful way of dealing with that Droidica, because obviously he's a bit of a dodgy boy. He's got high levels of evasion. And this is, like, it's a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest, guys. It's a bit of a no-brainer. Sometimes you might get the Fear on Grievous with Basti at the start, and that can cause some issues because he then doesn't get the stagger. But realistically, you should be able to make this happen without too much trouble. Let's go ahead and get that Crush. Let's see if we can Culling Blade the Maggie. Ooh, nearly. But in the end, pretty straightforward as far as full Sith goes. Now, obviously, if you've got Lord Vader has got fantastic level of dots under his belt. Use Lord Vader. Use Lord Vader. With Darth Vader, you'll be done in absolutely no time. You literally cannot beat this bit mission if you use Lord Vader, because he just does dots on his basic, dots on his AoEs. Well, dots on his turn start, okay? So let's think about no leadership feat. The no leadership feat is a bit weird. If you've got no GL, I'll give you if you've got Lord Vader, or any sort of GL, I'll give you a nice easy solution for that. But we're going to start off with ones without using a leader, okay? So I think we'll start off with a bit of an oddball team here. So this one is just kind of nutty, all in all. So we're going in with an Echo lead. We're taking in Commander Ahsoka Tano, bam. We want to take in our boy Dash, and then the final one that we want to take in is going to be Thrawn. Now, you look at this team and you're like, what is going on here? But it's all about getting off a big whistling birds out of our BAM to get rid of Grievous very, very early. And that's it, really. And then it's just a case of surviving the rest of the battle. Now, turn meter is relatively important. You obviously need your Bad Batch Echo going first. He's going to do an AoE Dispel Daze Heal Immunity. Afterwards, we are just going to... you have to stun the Maggie, because otherwise Maggie is going to... she's going to cleanse the days all around, and that can be not ideal, I guess is how I would call it. Not ideal is how I would call it. Let's go ahead and basic Grievous. Now we want to fracture the Grievous, go down into Whistling Birds. Afterwards, I mean, it's not a big deal. Let's try not to kill the B1 because I want him to keep that stack of days. Never mind, we're going to have a turn over here with Dash. Dash is going to do a big old hit. That's going to give us the 20 stacks of Whistling Birds that we want. Beautiful. Let's just pass this over to Bam now, because I want Bam to be going straight away. And then you just Whistling Birds on Grievous. Boop, beep, boop. No more Grievous. Fantastic. After this, I think I'll work on this boy over here. Now, obviously, Droideka is a real big concern right now, because as soon as he takes a turn, it's going to be bad news bears for all of us. Let's have a look. Who should I pass this over to? Let's go over to Dash right now. And let's see if we can just stun. Beautiful. That is a perfect, environmentally friendly way of dealing with that Droideka. Alright, they're going to take a bunch of turns. Again, I'm going to focus on the B1. Focus on the B1. Get that daze back out there. Let's kill the B1. Cat nearly dies, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and put damage immunity on the cat. Absolutely. Fracture the Droideka. Now, obviously, it's a bit of a concern because now the B2 is free to gain all of the bonus turn meter in the world. Stun him? No. No stun. No stun. We'll go into Whistling Birds once again. That's not really going to help very much. Yeah, let's put this on our boy Dash. Keep him nice and alive. Let's turn meter swap with Dash. Just because he's got a lot of turn meter. AoE, another source of days, which is lovely. I'm going to save that yeet, because I'd rather use it against somebody that's worthwhile using it against, i.e. the Droideka. I'm going to see if I can land the stun on Droideka. Of course not. Just a basic. Ooh, we nearly oh, okay, there we go. And there we have it. Now, that was very sloppy, but you can see how it can work, and it certainly can work a lot better. Now, we've got other solutions to this team. I'll do one more that doesn't use a GL for you guys, and then we'll go ahead and use the GL. If you've got a GL, just use them. It's a lot easier. Alright, so another option to you. Bad Batch Echo with Thrawn. Obviously, that same sort of combo. Strip all the buffs and then Fracture with Thrawn. We're using Jedi Knight Luke, Gas, and Jedi Knight Revan now. So, the theory is the same. We want to get rid of the buffs, we want to daze the enemy team, and then it's a case of controlling Grievous while we pick off the rest of the members. So, start off. AoE, Daze, and Dispel from Echo, and then you want to turn meter swap over to Jedi Knight Luke, get a nice big AoE stun off, which is lovely, and then Fracture Grievous. Fracturing Grievous is always a fun thing to do. Afterwards, I'm going to get a nice big hit over here on the Droideka. We've got a couple of options as to what we could do here. We can focus down the B1 to stop the healing, or we can focus down the Droideka to get the kills. I'm not even sure. You can try and focus down Grievous, but I promise you that this battle droid will actually just heal him up. So let's go for the focus down on the B1. Just to try and deal with him as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and call in Gas. Just another basic over here. Basic, basic. Now the great thing about doing this is that when we kill a unit, normally Grievous would take a bonus turn, as you can see here. But because he's fractured, he's not actually going to take that bonus turn, which is lovely. So let's deal with the Droideka. Remember, Gas cannot miss on his basic. I'm going to pass this over to Jedi Knight Revan right now, so we can do a direct focus on Grievous now. Lovely. Looking good. Now, you don't want to use this second AoE daze, because this Maggie is going to take a turn in a second now, and that's going to cleanse all their debuffs. So you want to save it because you don't want that B2 going absolutely crazy. Sure, that's basic here. There's that cleanse. Now, using Revan, we can ignore all mark effects. Let's just do an AoE here. Unfortunately, we didn't land the daze on the B2. keep focusing General Grievous for now. And then we'll just get the mass daze off again. Beautiful. So the daze is gone again. We'll just do a turn meter swap over here. I think we'll go ahead and target Luke. Let's call in gas for the extra attack just to reduce the max health. Now we just want to get another direct focus out of Revan before he dies, focusing down on General Grievous. And this time we should theoretically be able to kill him before he takes another turn. As in, not before he takes another turn, but before he loses that mark. So, AoE, big hit from gas, he's finished. And then we just clean up house, guys. Cleaning up house, not so bad. Always going to pass this turn over to gas, just because gas is super useful in these scenarios. Now, my gas isn't even modded for offense here, he's modded for a high level of protection. But that's the idea. You could try and focus down Grievous at the start, but I find usually what happens is you don't have enough damage output to kill him, and then the B1 just heals him up again. So it's a bit of a frustrating thing to have happen. Okay then, so this Lord Vader team will actually get all of our feats done in one battle. Malak lead, no leadership obviously, all Sith, Darth Vader, Lord Vader, Traya, and Basti Fallen. Now, this is easier if you decide not to go with full Sith. You could throw in someone like Thrawn to control the Grievous. That makes it a bit easier, but ultimately, Grievous can't really do a whole lot against our Lord Vader, which is rather fantastic. You could also, as well, use Darth Vader lead instead, but we're here to do the no leadership. So, let's start off with a nice big juicy Force Crush. Then we'll go into Merciless Massacre. We'll drop some more Force Crushes. Beautiful. And I'll just try and cull out Droideka. Grievous will get angry, but what's he going to do about it? We'll basic here. We'll, we'll just basic on the B2 and then basic on the B1. And then let's target B2 and we'll try to get some more damage over times there. Obviously, the dots get done incredibly quickly here because, you know, Lord Vader is passing out 2 to the entire enemy team whenever he takes a turn. And then, you know, his AoE Crush does like an extra 4 or something like that. It's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. It's so easy. It's so delicious. It's so wholesome. And then we can isolate. And I think we'll decrease the turn meter cooldowns on Darth Vader. And we'll just keep going around the corner, I guess. Let's reset the turn from Grievous so he doesn't get to do anything nice. He does not get to have a nice time. It is against our way of life. All right, okay. I should have probably gotten the shock on that B2. Let's deal with the B2 as our next port of call. Back into Merciless Massacre. We can basic on the B1. We can drop a Force Crush, and then Vader over here does have 1 stack of Dark Ascension, so he's going to be doing more damage. We could see if we could just yeet out Grievous here. Not quite enough damage, unfortunately. If I'd have saved the yeet for over there, we would have killed the B2, and that probably would have been a better shout, but hey, who's counting? I'm not mad. You are. Alright, just basic over here. Get the shock on Maggie. Let's do some more big crushes from Lord Vader. Uh-oh, B2 has bit the dust. I mean, we could do that. Yeah, why not? He's got fear, so he misses to... Oh, double bubble for the bonus turns, and now it's just down to General Grievous. It's all very well and good. All very well and good. Might as well drop some of this madness as well. Oh, and you're triggering the life drain from my boy Malak. It's not looking good for Grievous. And that's it, guys. That will get every single feat. You don't even have to worry about it. There's, you know, essentially, Grievous can't really kill Lord Vader anyway. So have fun with it. Galactic Republic team with no leader here. Using Cat with Jedi Master Kenobi. Gas. We're also going to throw in Bad Batch Echo and General Kenobi for the funsies, I guess. Now, a good thing about this is that we can insta-kill Grievous, obviously. So immediately reduce the cooldowns on Cat, and then you can use the AoE Daze and Dispel from your Bad Batch Echo in order to get rid of the stealth. And there we go. There is no Grievous anymore. There is no Grievous anymore, and we don't have to worry about anything. So let's go ahead and maybe just call in General Skywalker. Oh, my days. It's just so very easy with a team like this. So very easy. Are we actually going to kill the B1 as well before any of the team are going to take a turn? It looks like we may well do. Yeah, we are definitely going to do that. So that's great. You only have to deal with a B2 and a Maggie, which honestly I think is probably quite doable, especially when that B2 is just dazed at the moment. So happy days. Easy times here against this particular Grievous team. I mean, when you've got a GL, guys, these Galactic challenges are so easy. That's why I tend not to do the videos with GLs, because you shouldn't really need much of a guide at this point. But hey, I'm just here throwing out ideas for you guys to use. I hope, really do, truly, madly, deeply, that I was able to be of some use to you guys today. If I was, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. We are so close to 8,000 subscribers, and I would love to hit that in the coming week. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.